What's up guys, hope everything is well. This is going to be a quick one because I have a really early day tomorrow, but I wanted to show you how I sort of enhance the crease on the mouth. You might have saw I made a quick video of this earlier on Instagram that I recorded today at work. Also, you see I'm using my yellow Apple Pencil because I lost my black one. So when I use the crease tool, like for example, I want to give them a little bit more of a crease here. So with the crease tool, I have it pretty intense, but small. So I can make the crease nice like that. And that really gives his mouth a little definition. But what I like to do is grab the color, whatever color the mouth is on. And I could grab this color as well. It doesn't really matter which color since they kind of come together. And then I'll just take that and make that darker. And you notice that when I'm using the crease tool, I'm also using this paint tool. So that's called stroke painting. So if I turn that off, that's just the regular stroke. It's like this by default. You see this little red line through it. But if I tap that, then you'll see that stroke painting is now on. So when you turn it off, it's like that. But when you tap it, then it comes back on. So I'm using this darker color because now when I use the crease tool, and you can use this with most of the tools too. See, it has like a purple, it has like a deep purple. So that will help us with our, give the mouth more depth. So I'll just make the crease now. So I've made the mouth, but the creases looks much deeper because it's a little bit darker there. And I would actually like to see if I can, well, firstly, I'm going to try to smooth this a little bit because it doesn't really look cohesive yet. So I'm going to smooth out the crease and that little, and the color a little bit. I just want to smooth that out so it's a little more together. So it looks a little smoother. I think that looks a little bit better. And if you feel like it's a little too dark, you can always grab the color again of whatever it is that you're painting on, and you can kind of go over it like that. So that's another option that you can do. Same thing with the bottom. You can take the bottom color and you can sort of define it a little bit more if you want. And notice this is actually quite jagged. So this is a point where I might go to DIN Topo and enable it. So I'm using paint, and it should make the paint a lot straighter. Yeah, see the difference? It's adding a lot to the scene. It is adding depth to the scene, but it does look good. So you can figure out if that's worth it or not. It might not be worth it. Oh, let me turn this light off. I forgot I had this light on. And I like to only use the lights on the side. So let me just quickly turn the light on the side on. I think that's a little bit better. Let me make sure that I'm dialed in. Okay. So you can see that's very, very clear. And it actually looks really good. So I'll just do the same over here. Oops. I'll just do the same over here so it's kind of matched. Although this side is a lot cleaner, seems like. I actually like this color better too. Actually, I want to use this color, and I think I want to clean this up. And just keep in mind that this will make your model a lot. You know, this adds vertices, so it adds to the overall size. But as you'll know, I am more a fan of the visuals than of the size. Like if I want something to look a certain way, then I shall do it. It actually took me a long time to sort of figure out what Dintopo was. I mean, people would explain, but until you actually need to use it, it's very hard to understand like what it is. It's one of those concepts that only makes sense like when you need to use it. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. And I would like to sort of give him a little bit more of a smile. I mean, the smile is okay, but I think it can be a little deeper. So I'll just take drag. Unfortunately, you notice I can't use symmetry because when I made it, this is an old sculpt. When I made it, I didn't keep everything symmetrical, unfortunately. But drag is usually pretty good to get some more smile out of your characters. You can kind of experiment. Maybe you want the whole mouth to be, you know, smaller or something like that. Let's see what it looked like before. See, it looks a lot different when you do it that way. When I do it quickly, then you can sort of see the difference. I think that looks a lot cuter. And I might want to crease in here. Let's try it without just a normal crease. I just want to see how it'll look. And if it even needs it. It's not bad. And the only other issues I had with this little character is I think I want his body is a little too, like this leg. I don't know if I like these legs going up so high. I almost want them flatter to the body. So I might need to use move. Maybe drag. But I don't want to move the arm. I'd really like to smooth these a little bit more together, but since I can't, I think I'm just going to use clay. So I'll use clay, I'll turn the intensity up, and I'll sort of just add clay in between, and then use smooth to sort of, what is it called? They do that in with metal stuff. Solder, solder it together. and maybe flatten to just sort of. Oh my God. I don't know what's up with my flatten tool. I feel like I changed some settings and it just like, it acts a bit wacky now. Okay. His arm looks a little long. If I was making him now, I wouldn't have had the bend in his arm. But that's okay. Let's see if I can add some separation. And what would really be nice if I could sort of make a, I'll try to use inflate. If I can make a, sort of like a skin fold. I think that would be nice, but I'm not gonna, but it's something that I would have had to do before I voxel merged everything together. The best I can do now is try to add some separation, if that'll even work. It's a little tricky, but I think that's okay. But I think his face looks a lot better. And also this needs to move a little bit. Is this both of them? It is. Let's separate them. Okay, so I noticed that there's these, and then there's also, let's see, let's get rid of these two. Okay, those are attached. So let's separate these as well, and we'll figure out which is which. Okay, so these two are matched up, and I need to move them. Actually, maybe I don't need to move them. Maybe I'll just put it back how it was. Just leave them. Yeah, I'll just leave it how it was. But I think he actually looks pretty good. I'm happier with him. There are things that I would do differently now, but he was one of my, one of my earliest just kind of playful characters, and I think he looks better than he did. So I'm pretty happy with him. So let's go ahead and do post-process so you can really see him. Kind of see what we have. I feel like, let's check out the ambient occlusion, because it looks crazy right now. I want to make sure that this color is okay. This is an interesting shadow. I'm seeing some interesting shadows. So I'll just smooth this a little bit and see what happens. Interesting. It could just be something from a light as well. I turn off all the lights. It almost looks like it's a different color, but maybe it's just a shadow. Just want to see if that'll make it look any different. I do like him. I do think he's cute. Curvature. Just checking all these to kind of see what we have. Actually look nicer with, can't have none, but maybe we'll just make it softer. Okay, now I just need to find a nice frame. Let's check out what I have for maybe I want to bring him lower, but that might be a little too much work, actually. I just want to focus on him, maybe for this one. I think I do want him to be closer, so that's the last thing I'll do. I just gotta bring him closer. Oh, the box is the ground. So the bug eyes can go down here. So all the things that are connected to him go down. That's a good way to do it. So we'll bring this sphere down. Green. Oh, that's his eyes. Ooh. I don't know what those lids are. Toes. Those must be his toes. Okay, so now that we know that we're messing with all of these, now we can sort of bring him forward. I think. And maybe we'll angle him forward a little bit more. And down. Okay, what about that? Oh, I like that. I might want to turn him a little bit more because I just want to be able to see his tail. So and maybe even this thing. Maybe even this thing can be smaller. It's very big. Kind of like this. I think this is cute. You can see a little bit of the tail. And now, so I like this, so I'm going to save this view. And I also want to check out. No, I think I like it nicer. I want to get his eye. This eye was doing something funny in connection with his skin, so we'll do that. I think that looks good. And I also want to adjust. That's too bright. This light. If I make it stronger. What kind of light is this? Oh, it's a spotlight. I wish it was a directional light. Where is this light? Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Make it a little brighter. And our environment, I think, is good. I don't think that needs to be any brighter. But also what I think would look nice is kind of, let's make another directional and make it warm. Where is this light? Why is it so far out of the way? Not that it matters, it's a directional, but it does matter because it's hard to keep your characters in the position that you want them, which is essentially like this. But if I can keep this really close to them, then I can have them in the position I want and still change the lighting. I think it would be nice with a glow, with another glow of yellow or like a deep orange. It's actually not bad. Let's take a look without and with. What happened to the light? I'm so confused right now. What in the world? I think I kind of like that. Just gives a little bit to this edge, and even on him it gives a little bit to that edge. Now for the background, do we want to keep it purple or make it a different color? I think that looks okay. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Wow, I don't know how this is a half an hour, but I like the lighting. I think it's pretty good. It would be nice to add a background, but I think this looks good for now. And I love this red sort of halo. I'm not sure how I got that, but I like it. The only other thing, I'm going to save this view and delete this one. I'm going to save this. Sorry, you can hear the cat out there. The only other thing is if I take this light I can't make it a point light. I can't make it a directional. So let's make it a spotlight. Where is this light at? It's a spotlight, so where is it? that it? Oh, that is it. Okay. So what I'd like to do with this light is maybe try to have it be, let's go back to our view. So if this is our view, then this purple should be shining on him. Cone angle. Color's actually decent. Purple. Turn the intensity up because I can't see it at all. Okay, so it's really bright, so I might have to go on the opposite side. Oh, that's his tooth. I was wondering why that was so bright. But that's just his tooth. Okay, so where is his tail glow? So if you go to the tail glow, which is an additive, oh, that's as bright as it can get. I was hoping they could get a little bit brighter. The only other way that I might be able to get it more bright is if I up the bloom. Let's see how it looks. And it also makes this bright, so I would have to lower this down a little bit. It actually looks nice as like white. I think that's too bright though. Okay, is that our view? That is our view. So we got a little bit of purple from here. I think that looks okay. The only other option would be to drop it down and then angle it up a little bit. So we could also hit some of his leg, but I think that's too much. I think I need to just call it a day. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks good, it's just a little bright. I wish I could paint like stars in the background too. That'd be really pretty. But for now, this is good. I'm happy with it. So let's save. And let's export as 4K. That looks pretty. So we'll save it. Render resolution. Let me save it again. I didn't realize that was low. I want to save the best quality that we can. So we'll get rid of this one. And this one we will send to the computer. Okay, so I think that's pretty good for today. We'll come back and work on some other stuff later, but I'm gonna get some sleep. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Keep drawing, keep sculpting, and I will see you all in the next video. Did I send that? I don't think I did. What are you waiting for? Send. Enough with the games. All right, see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at DrugFreeDave. And if you're looking for step-by-step tutorials in Procreate, I have a bunch of 2D classes, drawing, sketching, coloring, but also 3D. It's never been easier to learn 3D in Nomad Sculpt on the iPad Pro, so why don't you learn 3D with me, DrugFreeDave, today? Just go to my Skillshare and check out all of my classes. You can even take some for free. All right, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll catch you all in the next video.